turn it off and use that one. Good.
Nothing? Yeah, sorry. Michael?
Ask them if they can see the closed door. Can you guys see the closed door right now? So, I mean, you see what we see, so. If it opens, then they're here.
Go out. Go back.
Not funny.
Yeah, we are, really, seriously. They're about to come on. Okay. You want us over here? Yeah. Maybe on this side.
Yeah, he's here, he's here.
Good work. Good work. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
So
What is that? Wait a set. All right, good morning. Thank you all so much for being here this morning for this very important announcement. As mayor of this great city, there is perhaps no greater responsibility I have than public safety. The safety of our residents, the safety of our businesses, and the safety of our visitors. It is the top priority of city government, and it is certainly the top priority of my administration. It is in that vein that I recognize that there is perhaps no greater decision I make as mayor than who will be our chief of police. And this is obviously the leader of our San Diego Police Department. Probably more importantly, it's the person that I count upon to deliver on that responsibility of keeping our residents, our businesses, and our visitors safe in every neighborhood and in every corner of this great city. For the last 6 years, that job has been well done by Chief David Nislight, who I'm pleased is with us this morning. As you all know, Chief Nislight has announced his retirement in June after 36 years of dedicated service to the San Diego Police Department. I could not be more grateful for his service to the people of this city and to the San Diego Police Department. Chief Nislight, job well done. I look forward to celebrating you some more in the next number of months. I know we're going to get every nickel out of you between now and then, too. With Chief Nislight's retirement, it is now my responsibility to appoint our next chief of police. As you all know, we started a recruitment process in November of 2023. We held community forums in all 9 city council districts to hear directly from residents. We conducted an extensive national search that netted 56 candidates, the finalists of which participated in community panels consisting of 21 community members. I met with each of the finalists, and one candidate has risen to the top, and I believe is best prepared and best suited to be the City of San Diego's next chief of police. And so I'm announcing today that I'm appointing Assistant Chief Scott Wall as our next chief of police for the San Diego Police Department. Assistant Chief Wall is a native San Diegan and a 25-year veteran of the San Diego Police Department. He began his career as a police officer in Southern Division. He went on to become a detective in the Vice Unit and then captain of the Neighborhood Policing Division, Northern Division, and Operational Support Division. He now serves as the Assistant Chief overseeing special projects and legislative affairs. he has truly risen through the ranks, underscoring not just the significant experience he has within our police department and in the communities of San Diego, but also his ability to hit the ground running and lead our department on day one. Assistant Chief Wall's unwavering and unyielding commitment to safety and well-being of the people of San Diego has been demonstrated over his 25 years with the department, and I know that he will continue that work as our Chief of Police. Further, Assistant Chief Wall shares my commitment to ensuring that our police department reflects the needs and expectations of our communities today. There are communities who have expressed concerns about policing. And much like our city evolves and changes to the needs and desires of our residents, so too should our police department. As mayor, it is imperative to me that we remain committed to the core principles of integrity, professionalism, and unwavering dedication to public safety, while also being inclusive and building trust with all of our communities. Assistant Chief Wall gets that, and that's a part of why I've chosen to appoint him. In closing, I want to thank him and his family for taking on this immense responsibility. With his wealth of experience, demonstrated commitment to protecting and serving our communities, and his forward-thinking vision for our police department, I believe that he is the right person to continue keeping you and the people of the city of San Diego safe, and I am proud to appoint him today to be our next Chief of Police. With that, I'm pleased to turn the podium over to Assistant Chief Scott Wall.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning, everybody. It is my distinct honor to be selected as the next police chief for the San Diego Police Department. I am grateful for the trust that the mayor has placed in me to lead this organization into the future. It became clear to me going through this process and listening to the mayor's vision and again his words here today that his highest priority is public safety, and that he deeply understands in order for our neighborhoods to thrive, people need to feel safe when they go about their day. In order for our businesses to prosper, employees need to feel safe when they come to work, and customers need to feel safe when they come in and out of your doors to do business. And in order for our tourism industry to flourish, people need to feel safe when they come to our city and spend their hard-earned money. Mr. Mayor, I look forward to working with you to making that vision a reality. And working with your staff, our city council, our COO, Eric Dargan, and our other deputy chiefs, as well as the members of the San Diego Police Department to provide the highest quality services to the people that we all work for. A little bit about me. First, I love this city, and I love this police department. I am here because I want to make a difference in our community. I am here because I want to make a difference in the lives of the men and women who come to work each and every day to protect and serve all of you. I have a vested interest in the success of this city and in the success of this police department. I'm a fourth generation San Diegan. I'm born and raised here. I grew up the son of a San Diego police officer. Doing this job is all I've ever wanted to do. To be here today as the next police chief for the San Diego Police Department, I cannot put into words how honored and proud I am, other than to say just that. I'm very honored and proud, and look forward to the days ahead. My vision is to build an inclusive organization that is reflective of the city that we serve. I believe firmly in hiring from right here in our own backyard, from people that have a vested interest in our city, and building an organization that is worthy of your trust and collaboration. And that's why out of my top 3 priorities, establishing trust is priority 1. Establishing trust within our police department and establishing trust and legitimacy in the community. Without trust, nothing else matters in this business. My second priority is investing in our employees with leadership development. The San Diego Police Department faces an unprecedented amount of turnover in the next 2 years. My focus is going to be on developing our workforce and preparing them so that they're ready to rise to the occasion when we need them. And third, we are holding on to a decades-old organizational structure, and it has served us well over the years, but it has run its course. The world around us has changed immensely, and the pace and the rate of change is greater than ever before. My plan is to streamline this organization to make us more effective, more efficient, and more adaptive to the needs of our community, not only for today, but also for tomorrow. I'm going to take full advantage of the next several weeks as we go through this confirmation process to meet with the community, to meet with our council members, to listen, to learn, and to understand from different perspectives and different experiences how we can improve moving forward and how we can collaborate in a more meaningful way so that together we can ensure San Diego remains the safest large city. With that, I'd like to thank the mayor once again for giving me this incredible opportunity. I'll tell you what I told him the moment he offered me the job. I won't let you down. And that's the same commitment that I will keep to all of you. And lastly, I would like to thank Chief Dave Nisleit for his support, his mentorship over the years. I've worked with him, for him, multiple times throughout my career. And I'd like to also congratulate him, of course, on his 36 years of service to this city and this department. With that, I'll hand it back over to the mayor. Thank you very much.
I think you can see why I selected Assistant Chief Wall to be our next Chief of Police. I wanted to acknowledge we do have our Chief Operating Officer, Eric Dargan, with us this morning, as well as the Chair of the Council's Public Safety Committee, Councilmember Marnie Von Wilpert, and Council President Pro Tem Joe LaCava, and Councilmember Dr. Jennifer Campbell. Happy to take a few questions at this time. Andrew.
I'm wondering if Assistant Chief Wall can elaborate on how he plans to restructure the organization. What's the intent? What's the problem right now, and how would you try and fix it?
Sure.
So one of the things that I want to look at is the span of control and the division of labor to make sure that we have equitable work shared amongst all of our employees. There's no surprise that we do have depleted staffing levels, and so making sure that that workload is spread equitably amongst all of our employees is going to be the primary focus moving forward. And so a little bit of restructuring to change some of that alignment, I think is going to, again, make us more efficient, more effective, and maximize the use of the resources that we have.
Mayor Gloria,
Andy.
this is the third consecutive chief who was hired from within the department. That goes back 20 years. All three people have worked for the department for over 20 years. Given the various challenges the department faces, is there any value to an outside perspective at some point?
Oh, surely. What I want to tell San Diegans is that we had a number of highly qualified candidates want to come work at the city of San Diego. And I am very actually happy about that. It says to me that folks see this as one of the best police departments in the country, and they want to be a part of it, and this particular recruitment helped lead it. There are some extraordinarily well-qualified individuals, but after interviewing all of them and understanding their perspective and their alignment with my priorities and what I believe is needed for the city, I think there's no question that Scott Wall was the right choice. And I believe, as you heard him say today, that there's a benefit to the continuity of having someone that really knows the organization well. But I think that also helps to make him a change agent to help us find the efficiencies and the realignments that we're going to need, not just to meet our current budget challenges, but to meet the expectations of the public when it comes to policing in the 21st century. Yes. Oh. Well, Ed, can we just go right here and then go to you? Yeah.
We went over the online survey and the results. I know that there were 800 people who participated in that survey and over 200 people who attended the community forums. They gave such heavy feedback into the characteristics and things that they're looking for in the next chief. Could you elaborate further on how you were able to narrow down the 21 candidates and how new chief, fits that bill? Just to reassure our viewers of the input that they heard was validated and taken into consideration.
Well, it's not just the online surveys, but the in-person discussions. I attended several of those meetings to watch that conversation. What I've heard from everybody was they felt like this process was a really useful and impactful one. And what I heard from folks is that they want to see the police department in their communities. They want to see a relationship develop. And I think you've heard that reflected in Assistant Chief Wall's comments today around first priority being around trust. I think that aligns perfectly with what we heard from the community meetings in all 9 council districts. And that made it, I think, a very easy choice to end up by selecting Assistant Chief Wall. That comes to mind. But I think, this is an interesting time in policing. There's a lot of change, not in San Diego, but across the country. And I think that change will help be best facilitated by somebody with a tremendous amount of experience. As you've heard, Assistant Chief Wall is 25 years with the San Diego Police Department. And as I was sharing with Andy, I think it's important when we ask to figure out how can we best align this organization with our modest resources and the major demands of policing the 8th largest city in the country, how can we get that done? Well, it takes a pro. Scott Wall's a pro, and that's why I'm choosing him. Ed, I promise you next.
Thank you. Scott, retention and recruitment. Some of your hands are tied, or your hands are tied on some of this because of the drop program. And we appreciate the fact that nationwide there are recruitment problems for law enforcement. Having said that, are you going to have to spend so much time on retention and recruitment, keep the eye on the ball, et cetera, in terms of public safety? Or when you say, let's maximize the workload or spread it out or be more equitable, et cetera, and streamlining the department, can you literally put somebody in place so you don't have to, there's such a big, so much on your plate with just keeping officers and recruiting new ones?
Sure. Ed, I'll take that as a 2-part question, I think.
Or 5-part.
Right. First, yeah, I think I'll have the authority to put in place what I need to do to make this organization run the way I'd like to see it run. But my focus is going to be on developing our workforce, investing in our employees, keeping them focused on their purpose. Now, we're all here because we want to make a difference in the lives of our community members. And we still have that opportunity each and every single day. And so investing in our employees, making them feel trusted and valued, those are the things that keep people around and make people want to come work for this organization. Our best recruiters are going to be our cops. So that is why my focus is going to be on building trust with them as well as trust in the community. And I think, moving forward, those efficiencies and effectiveness, one, this job can be stressful. We all know that. Making sure that we're being attuned to where that heavy workload is at and how we can make sure that it's shared so that we don't have people that are overworked and burnt out is going to be important moving forward.
We have time for one last question.
Scott, I want to follow up on that just so I can emphasize here. Are you saying that by streamlining or reorganizing, that you could ultimately serve the needs of the city with fewer officers? Are you talking about lessening the stress on recruitment and retention so that you can do the job you need to do, but with a lower total officer allotment than we have maybe been working towards over the last few years and we've been talking about shortage?
So I'm not going to say that we don't need more police officers. We absolutely need more police officers. If you look at similar sized cities across the nation, we're far less than those cities have. What I want to do is make sure before I ask for more police officers that we're using the ones that we have efficiently and effectively. And to make sure that our response times are kept at the forefront. And we need to find ways to make sure that we have officers available to respond when people call for service. It's my expectation that we get there in the expected time frame. And so we have our work cut out for us. We're going to take a look at a lot of different ways that we're set up operationally. And those efficiencies and effective moves are going to free up the time to get to those calls.
This will be where I tell people, join sdpdnow.com. We had a lot of folks who want to be chief, but we got some vacancies in PO1 and other positions. And we laugh a little bit, but as you heard Assistant Chief Wall say, his focus and his desire is to recruit from the community, from the neighborhood. And we have an academy that just started a few days ago. We got some great folks that are in there, but we want more. And so I encourage folks, help be a part of this organization. We have a great department that people all across this country want to come join and be a part of. We have a dynamic new chief that's going to take over in June. I think this is a great time to think about how you can contribute to your city, and one of the best ways to do that is to join the San Diego Police Department. Help us keep us one of the safest big cities in the country. I appreciate the partnership of our Chief Operating Officer and our City Council. If you want to work for a department where the mayor and the city council have your back, this is the place to come. And I just want to conclude with immense appreciation again to Dave Nislight for 36 years of great service to the city. As I mentioned, he's chief until June, so we're going to be seeing still a lot of him around town. But in the meantime, I look forward to sharing more about Assistant Chief Wall with the council and with the public. The city council president will schedule a hearing of the council to consider this appointment in the coming weeks. I'm sure you'll all be a part of that process, but it's another way for the community to be a part of this process, and we look forward to engaging in that. But thank you for being here today. Thank you for letting me share this announcement with you. I'm very excited about this new chief of police, and I look forward to introducing him to the rest of the community over the coming weeks. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Ran late. I ran to run out of, the traffic.